I hope you guys are able to see it, and I hope you guys also have done your first drawings, and we will be moving on to the second one now. I'm keeping it aside. So after the second drawing, I'll again show up into this live stream and I'll be answering some of your questions. Okay. So again, the timer is here. I'll flip it and I'll turn on the timer. This time, I'm going to bring it over here so that I can draw the person right next to this guy. And here is the guy, and let's turn on the timer. All right. So I like to start with the head. This is the most probably it's going to be the topmost thing. So I know that I'm not messing up at least the top part of the drawing. While we are doing it, also think about and let me know after these drawings, that if you are an artist, what kind of things you like to draw. All right. Like for me, cars have been my favorite stuff for a long time, but nowadays human anatomy is also not that bad. I have moved into a new studio and I haven't my setup is still in premature level at this point of time. So my lighting situation, the light is on to the left side. I want the light over here. So that is becoming a quite difficult thing. That is why you are seeing that whatever I'm drawing is in the shadow space. So these things also, now I'm seeing it hinders a little bit of the visibility, and visibility is something that is very important. Stage like this, I'm figuring these things out, and for a second I forgot that the bigger shapes thing was something I had to go for. I realized that pretty quickly. If I would have taken this drawing like I would have drawn the hands first and other things first, then I'm definitely sure that I would have made a couple of mistakes in the general anatomy. So what we need to do is we need to draw the bigger shapes first. After this drawing, I would be coming back to the camera. I would be seeing if there are any questions. I hope there are a couple of questions so that I can answer. And then I'll go back to the drawing board again. More than half time is left. Here I like to draw a little bit of triangular shape for this because that helps me a lot to determine where the legs are going to go, right? And then I'm again going to refer to the negative shapes over here, because they can never be wrong and they are the most helpful part. So negative shapes come into play for you as an artist if you start to draw a lot and if you start to seek a better drawing all the time. If you do that, you will realize that negative shapes is always there to help you. For me, I have been told about negative shapes for a long time, but I couldn't understand what people mean about it and how that thing comes into play. But as I have been drawing for a while and I've been practicing, I'm able to see what kind of things I generally made, which kind of areas I generally make mistakes in. There I realized that eventually I got to know that negative shapes plays a very important role. This drawing is like, as you can see, I'm picking up a little bit of speed. So if you weren't able to draw the first drawing quite easily, don't bother, because initial drawings are pretty difficult to get around, and definitely the lighting is an issue over here. As soon as I take my pencil on the left side, it blocks the light. I hope you guys are able to see through that. Less than a minute remains. Just able to darken the areas which are dark in nature, at least, right? might be the belt. Right, not bad. And then I can find areas where the shadows could go. I'll quickly draw straight lines, just darkening the areas to make the shadows. Less than 10 seconds remain. I think I'll be done over here. So another drawing is done. The pace is already set, so I can't say that my pace is good or bad, but yeah, sorry, yeah. So 2 drawings out of 6 are done, and meanwhile yeah, I'm looking for some questions if I have any. There is a long question by Anushka Shri. So can you easily draw a stick drawing and then finally give the outline to the human body and then dress up the scenes? Scene also sense also posture. No. Yes, you can try it out. I have tried a few of those, like the stick drawings, and then what happens is that you would think of bringing in some flow in it. So you work with the flow of the drawing, and eventually the limbs and all are, some of the limbs are parallel, others are not. So I have tried a lot of approaches. This approach helps me a lot. At the same time, this is the way I draw other things as well, right? So that is why it becomes quite easier for me to draw a human figure. As an artist who has an experience of plus 5 years of actually sitting down and drawing professionally, I've realized that for me now, subjects don't matter. If it's a plant, if it's a flower, if it's a car, if it's a machinery, or if it's a human figure, it doesn't matter what it is in front of me. I can take them heads down very much easily, and that's the good thing. Mayura says that her figure looks stiff. Okay, so stiff figures come in to play. It generally happens when your anatomy sketches have if you would see human figures, you would see that the parts like the one we did over here, you would see that there are no parallel lines. Okay, everything is going somewhere. Everything is non-parallel, and they are directed in one angle or the other. So you need to keep that in mind. So many people, what they do is, when they are drawing the hands or the legs, they tend to keep those things parallel. And the next thing is that you need to be focusing on a lot on the negative space. Okay. Hi guys, let me know if I'm audible. Okay, the previous session the voice went away. I hope this time I'm audible. Yes, awesome. I'll be waiting for the people for a minute, and then I would be again going to the drawing section. So yeah, we are done with 2 drawings, and we'll be doing 4 more, and then let's start. Abariya was good. So let's start, and let's do the next 4 drawings quite quickly. Let me change the camera angle. Put it right down there. Okay, so this time we will be addressing the negative space again with this drawing. Okay, with this reference image. So I hope everything is visible, and after 2 drawings I'll be taking in your questions again. Okay, so the timer starts now. Bringing it over here. You can also see the reference image. As you've seen in the previous 2 drawings, I like to start with the hat, whichever is the topmost part of the drawing. And as I've told you that for me, at this point of time, drawing a human figure or whatever that is as a reference, it doesn't matter to me that much. and that only happens when you are following the fundamentals. Like over here, I am trying to go for the bigger shapes first, and then I would get back and draw the details. All right, so here you see the face looks elongated, but here I am also considering the collar part of the person. Okay, and here is his head. Just big shapes, as you can see. Not bad. I think I have extended the arm a little bit, but this guy has longer arms. Right. Just big shapes, alright. And this, as I've told you about negative shape, instead of drawing the gloves, I would try to draw what's inside it. Okay, like this shape. This shape. Try to mimic the shapes which is in the background, which makes sure that there is enough gap and actual gap between the arm and whatever is there. Alright, so these shapes here, I am basically seeing this shape as a triangle, a little bit of triangle, I'm drawing it. Again, here also I'm seeing a triangle, I'm drawing that. So here most people would tend to draw parallel lines, and you should stay away from parallel lines in anatomy drawing, I would say. If you do that, then definitely your sketch would look very stiff. So according to the timer, what we should be doing is, like at any point of time you are unable to draw any more further, you should be getting the proportions of your drawings at least right. Okay, so instead of doing the details first, you should be getting all the body figures, for instance, first, like I am doing over here, and then if I have time, then I'll add the shadows, and if I have more time, I would do the details on the body. It's less than 10 seconds to go. Just adding shadows, and that should be it. Okay, this one did not turn out quite well, but no worries, we would be doing the fourth one. Okay, so we are done with 3 drawings right now. Draw the fourth one, and then we'll be moving on to the final one. All right, so final 2 drawings after this. So let's start, and after this I'll come to the camera and I'll be answering your questions. Let's go. Hope you can see the reference image. Okay, it's too many things happening over there. but at the same time you need to be keeping your focus on the character. I like to draw baseball players a lot because I like how their poses are basically. See, again, big shapes. Here you can look for the negative shape over here, like these, the background. Try to draw the negative shape like this. This feels like I'm getting into the groove this time. Don't try to, again I'm reminding you, don't try to draw any parallel lines. If you see any, try to make it a little bit angular. Here again I'm going to draw the inside triangle, like this triangle, which is called what? Negative space. I'm going to draw the flow a little bit. This drawing is turning out to be nice. So I wanted to tell you guys about the new workshop that I am launching. It's starting in the month of April, from 21st April. There are going to be 2 batches, one who can join in the weekend, and other people who can definitely go for the weekday batch. Here what we will be doing is basically getting our human anatomy right. And why is human anatomy important? Because as an artist or as a person who looks at art, for instance, say if you guys know me, you know how much I love cars, but my fiance has no say in it. If she couldn't differentiate between a Ferrari and a Porsche, and I find it quite weird, but she doesn't. And then she likes a lot of things about which I have got no idea about. So the middle ground for every human being in the world are human beings, right? So if you are drawing a human or a person, chances are that any person who is seeing your drawing, who is looking at your drawing, instantly notices it and tries to find story, it absolutely becomes an interesting thing in front of that person. And that is why a person or any artist who has been working in the industry, if you would ask any veteran artist, they would say that a person should always be practicing human anatomy, at least on an everyday basis, and that's what we do. So with the help of human anatomy, I was able to get and sustain my job when I was doing the storyboards. And that's because if you are even doing a book illustration project or whatever, if you are making animated films, human anatomy is going to be the most important thing to look at and to draw it accurately. And that is what I'll be teaching you guys in this workshop. This is the 4th drawing, has turned out to be pretty nice in terms of the details, right? So looks pretty decent. Among the 4, this is the least loved by me, at least. And this is, I mean, this has been quite a fun one to go through. So I'll be bringing in myself into the live stream again for a minute and see if there are any questions. Following you. Yeah, I don't know if non-followers can also watch these live videos. I mean, if it is, it's great. I have been doing some animated series, Inox animations, but animation takes up a lot of time, and if I have to make content on a daily basis, on a regular basis, I have to mix and match a few things, right? What I'm doing is freehand, right? But is it difficult to start from? Is there any technique which is easy to start understand from? Yeah, the technique that I'm using over here is like, if you know the basics of drawing, right? So if you want to start drawing, you should be drawing the bigger shapes first. You should be knowing the shape and structure knowledge. The more you draw these, the more you get to know about them. Okay, so if you want to if you are basically very serious about this, then what you can do is you can definitely I have a workshop on this which is happening in the month of April. You can join that. I would be making content on human anatomy anyway on my channel. I have been making it for a while. That also helps. You can always go on YouTube and find out ways of how to improve it, but at the end of the day, out of experience, I can tell you is that you'll have to give a lot of your hours on it, and it could be a fun session because it takes about half an hour every day. And yes, that only, and within no time you would be getting better at human anatomy sketches. And the best part is, if you are getting better at human anatomy, you are getting better at everything. Okay, so Abhi says bye. I hope you had a great time. Your animation course is sold out. I'm unable to enroll. Yeah, because it's not a course. Shifts 310. It's not a course. It's a live session. So whenever I launch it, I take it live for 4 days. So that is why it's sold out, because I'm not taking it currently. I would be bringing it back in the month of May, I suppose. So I wanted to take a break from that, and I wanted to launch another workshop. So this is one of those, and I would be alternating these. So there are a few more questions. Anushka, yeah, would you like to tell me which kind of pencil or lead pencil you use in your sketch mostly? So yeah, this is a Staedtler pencil. Staedtler is a German brand, and that quality of this stuff is generally very nice in terms, especially I think in terms of stationery, everything of theirs is really good. Okay, they come in at towards the expensive bit a little bit. It's definitely going to be a little bit expensive than Faber-Castell or Camlin or whatever. But the eraser of Staedtler, if you buy the eraser of it, it's like 20 bucks, or in terms of rupees, it's 20 rupees, or less than $1. If you use that eraser, if you erase something, you would see that nothing is there. It erases like nothing has happened before. So that caught my eye. And the tips, the nibs that I use, you would be finding it in any stationery shop near you. You can go look for a 2B nib for this, which is a little bit darker than the HB one. And that also comes, Staedtler also sell it for less than 100 rupees. So I buy a couple of boxes of them, and I keep on using it. It's pretty amazing using a Staedtler pencil, because it's very smooth compared to the other pencils as well. So yeah, and I'll take another question before we'll do the last two drawings, and then I'll your thoughts on going on Kunal Kamra controversy. Is there another controversy going on? He has a new live. He has put a new video on YouTube. I haven't watched the entirety of it. I've watched like half an hour of it before he starts singing. But it was quite relatable to me, if you would see. I mean, he's not saying anything wrong. He's a funny guy. I like him. Feel the anxiety that you just want to create. I have been quitting a lot of things. So Rishi Mayura asks that when do you feel the anxiety that you just want to quit? So I think you are asking me that do I have an anxiety that I want to quit what I'm doing? If I am not having that anxiety, I wouldn't consider myself a human. Everyone should be worried about one thing or the other. If people get worried, they find solutions, and this cycle makes them better people. So you should be anxious, you should be worried about some situations, and then you should be powerful enough or wise enough to get out of them by your own means. So yeah, I do get anxious. I face about 4 months out of a year is like a very down period for me, where I'm not feeling creatively attached to my work. I'm unable to make better artwork or something like that, and then sometimes I'm feeling that what the hell am I doing, and all those things. These things keep on happening, and it's the beauty of life, I would say. That yeah, sketching phases are very difficult for me. Any suggestions on getting at that better? Instead of suggesting you can just go to my profile, Mohit, and you can look for my videos where I've sketched a lot of faces. And this workshop on the third and the fourth day, we will be drawing human faces as well for this workshop. So that is going to be interesting as well. And I've taken a couple of questions. Please make more YouTube videos. Shifa, I really want to make videos, but I have been working on my Patreon for a while of launching it, and I'm just finding time to put stuff over there. So either I had to decide at some point that should I be doing Patreon or YouTube. It takes up a lot of time and effort, and after that, you will have to, a person for starters should be posting about a couple of videos every week, not every month, and that becomes quite difficult for someone who is not full-time YouTuber. So I'm not one of the people who, people won't call me a hardworking person. I am very passionate person. I love what I do. I sit down for hours and for days to finish up what I'm doing, but that comes out of passion and not a hard work kind of a thing. So yeah, and yes, so no more questions right now, and I'm going to be flipping the camera again, and we have got 2 more sketches to go, and after that we'll be rating my work before we call it a day over here. We will be doing a couple of more sessions until the workshop is launched, because this time I have decided to do some live sessions for the workshop. I'll be bringing the timer over here and then another image over here before we start the play button. Let's go. Yes. As always, I'm starting with the head, the cap. I like drawing caps from several angles as well. Again, bigger shapes, not focusing on what's happening in the details part. You guys are able to see the reference image as well, right? Perfect. So these tend to become difficult, that how long this part of the body would be. Here you have to be the judge, and these things come from experience, from more and more drawing how your limbs are going to come in. So like these bigger shapes here, in fact the negative space could help you a little bit, but we are out of time. And again, even if I haven't looked for negative space, I have definitely looked for it, and over here the negative space did not work. I like to draw hands. I like to draw everything about a human figure, I would say. very complex, it's very challenging to do. Be cool. These shapes here, I'm always being vigilant with the negative space, whichever is wherever the human body parts are not there but which are part of the drawing. About 2 minutes to go, guys. Now I have gotten into a groove and you can see my lines are turning out pretty well. Here again I'm looking for the negative space. There is ample of more space in between, right? Again, negative space, this triangle, looking for that. About a minute remains, guys. This is a penultimate drawing. After this, there will be the last one. Perfect. At this point of time, I'm very confident with my strokes. The more confidence you get, the quicker you get as well with your drawings. Not bad. I could have added more shadow, lot more shadow, and with this we are on to our last drawing of the day, and then I'll be coming back to the camera and I'll be talking a little bit to you guys, and I'll be rating my work as well. I think I'll be rating my work first and then I'll be coming back to the camera. Alright, so this is the last drawing, bringing it over here. More and more people are joining for the last drawing, and here it is. Here's the timer. Come on. Yes, let's go. Here I'm going to draw the head a little bit at the bottom because the hands are extending a lot. Again. I'm going for the bigger shapes. Here again I'm going to look for the negative shape. This is what I mean by basically negative shape, that I have drawn what's between the two arms, the space which is between the two arms, just like this. this with the timer, what happens is that you get to draw a lot of stuff, and within no time, because when there's a timer running out, you always feel that there's not a lot of time is left. And this generally has been quite nice and decent pastime for me in the recent years, where if I have to wait for something for about an hour or maybe 30 minutes and I have got definitely nothing to do, in that case I just open up Pinterest, start drawing. 3 minutes remaining. I need to be working on my speed a little bit. I'm making sure that I'm not drawing a lot of curves or C curves. I'm just wherever there's a curve, I'm trying to show that with a couple of straight lines in different angles. So when you're beginning when you're not very much confident with your drawings, I would recommend you to draw with straight lines first, and then maybe move on to the curves when you feel confident. With straight lines, what happens is that, this you can compare other limbs of the body parts pretty decently if there are straight lines. Like, it's very difficult to divide one straight line into equal halves, or maybe somewhat equal halves, but it gets very difficult for a circle or something to be dividing into, or C shape to be dividing into two halves. But for a straight line, it becomes very easy. That is why I like to use a lot of straight lines in my drawings, just like this. Even if there's a shadow, I like to draw straight lines for that as well. Now that I have time, I can just sit down, do the details a little bit. We've done pretty decent work for a day. An artist should technically be drawing like 15 to 20 minutes every day. In general, in the past few years, past 5 or 7 years, I would have averaged much more than that. But have I sat down and practiced stuff like this every day? Not for elongated periods of time though, but I have at some point in 2021, 2022, I have done a lot of anatomy sketches in a matter of about 2 years. Like, I have drawn about 10 to 20 poses on average every day for about 2 years. Yeah, so with this, before what I'll do is I'll turn that off. I'll bring the phone a little bit down here so that I can also see the screen. And shall we rate my work out of 5? Okay, so let's number them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so out of 30, the entire drawings are going to be out of 30, but 1 per 5. So this drawing is just starter drawing, and like pancakes, when you're making your first pancake on tawa or on a pan, what happens is that it doesn't get that crispy, but the second one gets that much better. So here there was a problem with the baking, and I accepted that the first drawing, the lines are not that confidence inspiring and all those things. For that, how much should I give myself out of 5? The shapes and the outlines are all decent over here, so I can go with 2.5 if I'm not being very harsh. And let me know if you guys agree with me on this. For this I've given this image 2.5 out of 5 because not up to my standard. This is definitely, and within 5 minutes, things can definitely get a lot better, but this totally deserves the line quality. I like the line quality. I like the stance of the person. For this, I won't mind giving it a 4.5, if not 5. Not 5, but definitely 4.5 out of 5, because there is no mistakes whatsoever. Somebody said 5 or 4, so we can keep it at 4. We can keep it at 4 out of 5. This is definitely terrible. The line quality is bad. I'm going to give this one. Let's see the reference image for this. This is the reference image. Could we have done something better on this one? Definitely a lot. I'm going to give this a 2 out of 5. Okay, this I loved. Nobody can take this away from me. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. Consider that we have about 5 minutes for each drawing here. I like the shapes coming out of it, but we ran out of time in terms of the shading. So this I could easily give the shapes are quite nice. The silhouette is very nice. I can easily give this 4 out of 5. Could have been better in terms of shading. Like this shading, that shading, these two looks very good. This one looks amazing. This, I'm going to give it a 5. Okay. In 5 minutes, I couldn't have done more with it, or maybe 4.5. I'm not being that generous. Okay. So, if we add these up, so this is 6.5, 8.5, 13.5, 17.5, 18, 22 out of 30. 2 out of 30 is my score for today. Sumit says 4. I'm being a little bit generous about myself. And with that, I'm back over here. So, I have a few things to tell you guys about. Firstly, that I'm getting better as an artist. With every drawing, with every sketches, you definitely get better as an artist. You are managing a lot of stuff. There's a timer going on and all those things. It feels like a race to me, where an enjoyable race. I love to do some simulator racing, and it feels the adrenaline is just simply similar to that as it is over here. I'm just looking for a few questions. You guys, actually, hands are not clear. Anushka, I'll have to give myself 5 more minutes to work on the hands. Which hands are not clear? I'm still going to give myself that much, because I know in 5 minutes how much I can achieve, and I have achieved quite more than that in 2 occasions, or maybe 3 occasions out of 5. So, this is the Stadler tip that I was talking about, which is a 2B pencil tip, which you can use for the pencil, and you get these very cheap. 60mm. The price is not mentioned here, but it shouldn't be more than 100 rupees, I'm pretty sure. Okay, and let me bring my iPad out a little bit. Okay, and I'll change my camera angle a little bit to show you that this is the basics of human anatomy workshop poster that I was working on today, which I'll be posting tomorrow. So this is basically a 4-day live workshop. There is Arlene in this live session. Hello, Arlene. She has joined a couple of workshops of mine before, so she would know how the sessions go. It's definitely going to be similar to those. We will be having the sessions on Zoom. It's going to be a 4-day live session, and all the sessions are going to be 3 hours each. Okay. And here what we will be learning is, first of all, we'll be improving our drawings, and we'll be learning human anatomy, and by the end of 4th day we'll be doing illustrations like these plus some portraits. Because let me show you, if I go back into the gallery, and here so for instance, here like we'll be doing some value studies, some action poses such as these, while we'll be also using some watercolors for this. We'll be doing some figure sketching throughout the session. And there are several aspects of drawing, like foreshortening. If you are drawing a human figure from different angles, in those cases the limbs of that human is shortened due to perspective, so we'll be doing those things as well. Okay. And then I love to draw footwear. I like to draw the details of the footwear very simply, so that is why I do that. And then finally we will be doing some watercolor sketches and watercolor portraits. And I'm pretty sure that by the end of the 4th day, you guys would be able to do the watercolor portraits. So how do you find my workshop? You can go into my bio, on my Instagram bio, and there we have 2 links. One is for the Indian people to join, where you can just go to my website and buy it out, and there is a Gumroad link as well. On Gumroad, if you are an international customer, you can just go there and buy it out. And the classes are starting on 21st of April. So there is a weekend batch, and there is going to be a weekday batch as well. So you have got your choices, and you can just go to my website and see which option suits your timing, and you can go ahead with it. I have also implemented a decent time for the international people, so that it's not going to be that difficult for them if they want to join later. Okay, so another one technical thing I want to share about this workshop is that the recordings of all the classes will be available to the attendees who have joined the session, and that would be for lifetime access. Okay, so we will be going live again on Instagram at least. So this is kind of a promotional thing that I'm trying out. If I can convert a few of you guys into customers for my workshop, and I'll be doing twice a week kind of a thing. I'll be coming up with another announcement pretty soon of my next workshop. Thank you so much for being a part of this session. There is no at the same time, there is no pressure on you guys. You can definitely see if you require it. Human anatomy is something that an artist would require. So how to draw a face, Manjunath asks. You can go through my the reels and my posts on my Instagram, and if you want to learn more about it, you can do it from my workshop. So there is only hands and leg mistake, yes, because those are protruding out of the bodies, and they are bigger limbs, so it becomes very difficult to compare the line and length. So that comes with practice. The more you do, the more you realize. I don't know why I'm here anyway. How are you? Yeah, so you saw somebody live and you joined it, and maybe you enjoyed the process of an artist doing the drawings, right? So people are very much interested in portraits. Yes, so the ratings come over here. Are there any more questions? So if you have any questions, if I go up the newer questions, I wouldn't be able to see. Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. Don't call me sir, guys. My name is Avinash. You can also call me Beardman. Beardman is a name that I kept for myself, and if somebody addresses me with that, I like it a lot. So I just enjoyed it a lot. Yes, I also enjoy doing it, and I like to talk to people. There are some stupid people who join the chat and talk rubbish. I also like that, because negative publicity is also publicity, but they did not join this time, I guess. So I'll be hoping that they will join in future as well. It has been amazing, and we have crossed the 1 hour mark for this session. So yeah, I would say my farewell, and I would be announcing the next live session pretty soon. Okay, see ya, bye bye.